Yep. All right, so we're going to be seeing Nepal again, second time in a row, and I'm excited. This is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful game. And I mean, it's not an assault map; it's a King of the Hill map or control map, which I think really showcases. It'll definitely showcase a huge fight between these two teams because both teams can be very effective on assault and payload maps, or escort maps. Sorry, but on this control map, both teams are just going to be brawling essentially the whole time.
And that's one thing that I think is Recall's strength, since they're more or less you'd say a mixed team, like, not necessarily a team that's been together very well. They're strictly a lot of aimers and people that have good mechanical skill.
They're solo queue abilities.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what King of the Hill maps are good at.
But I mean, I would argue that Recall has been just so effective on their sort of double Winston assault map strategies that really aren't super effective when it comes to these controls. Whereas last time we saw these two teams face each other, Big was able to outfight in the sort of constant fighting scenarios, and outfight and sort of outduel in small 1-2-3 person duels, and they were able to take the win off Recall with those sort of constant fighting gameplays. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what Recall decides to do here, because they definitely have to answer their previous loss against this big team. But after we saw Recall last game, I expect a lot.
Oh, definitely. I think it's going to be probably one of the best series that we've seen so far, and we are going to see that the control map is going to be underway here, where we will see Double Winston coming out on the side of Big, and this is going to be very interesting, where we'll see 2D on Zarya. He's going to be looking to get some burst damage down onto Emperor Palpatine there, the Monkey King, and
the Monkey King. Yeah, he's really
Palpatine.
Trying to get him to join the dark side over there, but he does decide to back up. Busting Kappas does land a hook, decides to put the shot in Zax before Zax falls to his death. DXS able to jump around quite a well. He's up on the point. That is starting to lean towards blue side right now, but Busting Kappas and Semantics in both still in position. Abuelo is continuously healing out right now, and it looks like red side, looks like Recall might be able to get a cap here, and they do actually have Malabukinen.
Ooh, Malabukinen just went down very quickly. Semantics taking that. And we see now that Semantics is playing that second healer, where before we've seen him mostly on some tanks, some DPS, but not really on any sort of healer. So they really decided that they're going to go all in on this strat that'll give them just the best capabilities of them winning, putting most people on their best hero, except for Semantics. He's taking that sacrifice, where we will see that Zach is going to be in that corner. Drew's going to find him, take him out. Smoke Tech is in this really awkward position where Drew's going to be able to jump in on behind him. We are going to see that there is going to be the sound barrier coming out that by Impurity. And so that's going to keep a couple of them alive for a while. Ibueno's going to end up going down. We will see that Drew and Bustin' Kappas are going to be jumping out. Drew's going to go ahead and use his Death Blossom, I think, here in just 1 second. Nope, he's going to go ahead and reload, looking to take out Zach. Zach is going to go. Oh, Drew went ahead and took down 3. We see that Zach, Smoke Tech, as well as Man Party are going to end up going down. Drew, a 4th hero. Drew really just securing this map for him, and we will, or rather this point, and we are going to see that there's going to be the recap. Drew showing why he is the best Reaper we got here.
Yeah, the point ended up going to Big there just for a few minutes, but then Drew was in a nice little duel situation, locked back behind the point there, but then when he did pull out that Death Blossom, he ended up getting, like you said, 3 and then the 4th kill. Really well played there, and that's able to take the point back for Recall.
We are going to see Malibukin. He has been showing some pretty stellar fair play, so we'll see what he can do. He's missing a couple of shots. That sound barrier really doing work. Man Party is going to be able to take down the Lucio, but unfortunately, they're really not able to secure anything here. We'll see, rather, Malibukin is going to end up going down, but there's going to be the res coming out from that Mercy. Mercy is going to be able to get 2. Semantics is going to help take out Malibukin. We're good with Drew, but is going to be able to take him out. Drew, yet again, doing mad work. He's going to be chasing down that last Winston. We will see that Busting Kappas is going to fall off the map. And then Drew's going to be able to finish him off. So we have 5% left. We see that Drew's getting really aggressive. He does have that Death Blossom up, and I do believe we are about to see a beautiful Death Blossom. Or never mind, it's just going to be it's not even that beautiful of a Death Blossom. Well, it's already over.
The Graviton Surge was just played so well to really just stop Big from even testing it again.
Oh yeah, that was very, very well played. We are seeing now why these boys in Recall are doing just mad work. Drew showing people how to play this Reaper. Oh my lord. He's just been playing so well this tournament. He's my boy. He calls me dad, which is kind of weird, but he's just been doing super well this tournament. I'm proud of him. He's been playing super well, and I'm go as far to say, like, even if they lose in the finals, he's kind of been showing that he's tournament MVP.
He doesn't want to lose that fire. He was sprinting right at the enemy team right here.
And we are going to see that the objective is going to be secured, it looks like, first. Well, it hasn't unlocked, but the positioning has been already secured. Except Zach is going to be coming in from the back lines, taking out Goomba Troop as well as 2Diddy, so never mind what I said. We are going to see that Recall is going to be pushed back, or rather, Busting Kappas is going to be coming from behind. He's going to be busting a cap into that Zax, and we will see that they are going to be contesting this point very well. There's going to be a hook out onto the Mercy. Mercy's going to end up going down through as well as Busting Kappas. They're going to be the Shotgun Bros taking down everybody on that site. And we will see that the Winston's going to go ahead and use that Primal Rage, but I don't think he's going to be up for long, except it's going to buy time for Malibukin to jump into there. But he's going to go ahead and float out when he can. Drew's going to be looking to get something done. He's going to go ahead and use that shift to get out. And Malibukin?
Yeah, Big actually really pushed themselves into a really good position there when they initially pushed Recall off. Then Recall, with right behind Bustin' Kappas, were able to damage boost him and get a really good flank around the other side of the point there. And that allowed them, it took a moment, but it allowed them to kill the entirety of the Big team there and really force everybody off, which allowed them to get their first point there. Bustin' Kappas is just being so effective in that right there.
Doing incredible work here, and then we're going to see Malibukin. He's going to be jumping from behind, jumping onto Bustin' Kappas, seeing if he can get some damage done with those rockets. He's at 91% where I do believe that we will see his ultimate come out here. That call down in just a minute. But where
so much damage and staying safe. It's just it's very nice.
It's definitely very good, and we're going to see this call down here, or maybe not. I figured that we would have seen it.
Definitely waiting for a more group up situation here, because it looks like Big has actually got themselves into a very nice spot. They've been able to force Recall pretty much entirely off, and that Recall is actually streaming in a little bit, and it looks like Semantics goes down on the right side, and now Drew and Bustin' Kappas are kind of left in off position. Drew is able to get himself away over to the side there, but he's actually going to just have a bit of pressure on him. I think he's going to grab a health back and try and get a nice flank out. We shall see what he does. He does have that Death Blossom available, if he's able to flank the team. Ooh, but he actually gets taken down by Zach. Zach's one none of that.
We're going to see the full hog coming out there by DXX, and he's going to be able to take out that Roadhog counterpart on the other team, as well as 2Diddy. He's in a very precarious position right now, but Zach is not really paying attention too much, but he was able to just float out there with the shift. And we're seeing now that there is going to be a pretty lockdown defense on the side of Big Drew. He's trying to run up. He does have the Death Blossom available, but we're not going to see that quite yet.
Yeah, Malibukin at the heightened position up there is being so effective at just damaging the enemy team as they try to come in, and it's really just making them hesitate quite a bit. He's still hanging on to that rocket barrage. Hasn't really quite needed it, but he's definitely just doing so much poking effectiveness right now. Just keep over him. There was a bit amount of pressure on him, so he probably would have died.
Yeah, he was very close to getting hooked there, which was kind of scary, as we are going to see that there is going to be the Lucio sound barrier, as well as there's going to be the Death Blossom coming out. That's going to get 3 heroes, and with that full hog coming out, that is going to allow for, there's going to be a call down there from the Pharah, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to They're not going to be able to really contest that point, so we do see that the boys on Recall are doing their due diligence. They're going to be able to recap that point, and we will see that there is going to be the Zarya as well as the Mercy working their way back, where the full squad of the boys in Big working their way back.
Yeah, really good simultaneous ult usage there coming out from Recall, able to clear Big off that point really effectively. Now, Big is actually grouping up quite well. They do get a pick off onto Bustin' Kappas there, so they are going to be able to try to force their way in 5v4. They have a bit of a window here to go for it. And it looks like they're going to force their way right in. DXS using that whole hog ultimate, getting healed up right nicely. And it looks like Drew and Malibukin are having their own little duel over on the side there. So multiple members of Big are able to stay nice and healthy in there. Rez comes out on one. DXS able to stay alive here. Keeping their tanks up is obviously very important. And it looks looks like, yeah, definitely a cap having gone over to Big now. Big moving up to the 90th percentile. Busting Cap is just taking insane damage. Malibuken wanting to have none of this end of this game here. 95%. It looks like Recall's going to have to make a statement right now or they're going to be out of time. If they don't contest, it's not even going to go to overtime. Which it didn't.
It's definitely a good point there by Big. But also, again, the boys in Recall actually played fairly well, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a really difficult recap.
It was 89 to 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is honestly a pretty difficult point to recap or take over. And, I mean, Malibuken was doing so much in defense at that point with the height superiority, aerial superiority, if you will, with that Pharah. And I mean, I don't mean to play favorites, but this guy just keeps impressing me with his Pharah play.
Oh, definitely Malibuken. He's definitely that kind of one-trick pony that you want on your team.
Right.
Where he's definitely just able to run over games. And it's kind of like Drew. We've seen Drew play a couple different heroes, but he's really shined on that Reaper, as we will see that he is in a very decent position right here. So, and this is going to be one of the maps where first cap actually might just win it. Just because of how difficult it can be.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to see a couple skirmishes, nobody quite going down there, but there's going to be a hook by Busting Cabins there onto the Junkrat. Junkrat going down real early, as well as Goomba Troopa taking out Malibuken. So this is going to be a 4v6 right now in favor of this squad. And of this Recall squad.
Moving quite close to Recall right now. Big is able to force their way in, but they do lose DXS, their tank right now. And then Zax goes down as well. That's going to be the cap for Recall. They got a nice position, but a double Mercy Resurrection keeps the tank and Zax alive right now. He's going to have to shadow form away to safety. They're really trying to force their way in the front here. They might want to wait to go to the side instead. They lose their tank once again. Malibuken up above, putting out tons of damage, but does take a little bit of damage. He's going to have to back away. And honestly, really good defense coming out right now for Recall. Zax goes around with that Death Blossom. Does actually get the healer, but nobody else, sadly. Drew forcing away Impurity there.
I think it was a really awkward Death Blossom just for one hero.
It was a bit awkward, yeah. I mean, I think he had damage on multiple people, but I think there was a Zarya shield that stopped the rest of it. So
yeah,
a bit awkward.
Probably. And we are going to see that Malibuken is going to be working his way up for a very good position for the call down, as I do believe that we'll see it. He's also got the ability for it. He can also fly up and run through like a little ceiling to get it, but it looks like he's really just not finding the position that he wants for it. There is going to be the whole hog coming out there by DXX. Not really getting any sort of kills, but that's not necessarily the whole point of that. There is going to be the call down ultimately there coming in by Malibuken, but unfortunately for him, he's just going to end up going down. And Busting Cap has got a whole hog of his own. He's going to force some people off the point, and they're doing very well for themselves, 61% already. And there is going to be that Zarya Graviton Surge, but unfortunately for the boys in Recall, they really had no way to stop that. We will see the 2-Diddy. He's just going to end up going down there to the other Zarya. So that is going to be another recap.
Smoke-Tech hanging on to his ultimate there, didn't actually need it. One person dead at a time is not really necessary for him to use it. 4 members going down for the side of Recall does mean that that's going to be the first cap of the game for Big here. Let's see how well they can defend. They've got quite the gap to try and come back over. An early sound barrier actually comes out from Semantics. They're going to try to force their way in.
And that's good. A beautiful Graviton Surge catching 4 heroes out, but we will see that Malibuken, he's going to be trying to prevent Drew from getting what he can done. There's going to be the Death Blossom. Death Blossom is going to get one, and there is also going to be a beautiful Graviton Surge coming out there from the opposing Zarya on that.
Oh, Big Res squad comes out, bringing the entire side of Recall back into the game right now. Zax goes out with his own Death Blossom, getting 2 kills and tons of damage out. Is going to force Recall back once again, and it looks like that Res was honestly pretty hypey, but it got shut down very quickly from the side of Big. They are closing this gap slowly but surely right now, reaching the 50th percentile mark here shortly. And Recall's going to have to answer to this Stark defense coming out right now.
Oh, most definitely. There's a very, very just aggressive style of play coming out from this Big squad. Maybe they're just trying to I think that they're just trying to overwhelm their opposition right now.
It might honestly be a bit overzealous. They don't want to put themselves in too open of a position right now, because if they can defend this, that's really the ideal way to do it. Just play it nice and safe. Busting Campus gets a lot of damage out, but he is taken down by the Rocket Barrage from Malibuken right now. Drew having to shadow form out of there. Semantics trying to move in as well, and it looks like the members of Big here are going to be forced down a bit. still have a couple members up and nearby.
Heroes
They
never
aren't
die.
quite able to get in, and a nice resurrection is going to keep Recall nice and healthy. Semantics does go down, and big Graviton Surge actually brings 3 members together from Recall, but they aren't taken down, sadly. And it looks like the point is still going to stay on the side of Big. And Mercy trying to make a hero play, trying to keep the point up to 100%. I think they're going to be able to. Overtime now begins. Cryptire comes in, taking down 2D. That's actually a very effective kill to kill the tank right now. And they are possibly going to be able to force them off for this overtime cap right now. It's straying down, halfway down. Mercy comes in, not going to survive very long, not very much health. Luma Troopa also trying to come in right now. Overtime draining. And that's going to be a round going to Big. Whew. So that was what? Round 1, game 2, right?
Yeah, that was round 1. Yeah, 0.3. So this was the first map that we. Oh man, Goomba Troopa. I didn't really even see anything that he was like superbly well.
He probably had him in his sights. Honestly.
Oh, definitely. As we see here, we're too busy talking about the beautiful Graviton Surge,
right, where
Goomba Troopa really just did work with that ultimate, that vision, or like what a tactical visor. That's right. Smoke Tech, 30% of the damage taken. Incredible.
Yeah, Smoke Tech did a very good job of keeping those healing shields up and keeping himself alive, which is really the key. For
we're seeing yet again Drew 35 kills.
Yeah, that's nothing to scoff at. Drew is just being so effective right now. Honestly, both Reaper mains just doing so much for their teams right now.
Oh, most definitely. And that's one thing that's the one thing I find interesting here is that we're seeing a lot more Reaper and less McCree's. We've seen McCree a couple times, but really Reaper has been just that prominent DPS.
Yeah, you can really output a lot of damage. So that you said that was round 3 of Nepal?
That was round 3 of Nepal. So that was game 1. Now we're going to Ilios.
Woo-hoo. So game 1 did go over to Big. So Recall is really going to have to make a statement here. They've got the tournament life on the lines.
All right, remember everybody that we are going to be doing a $20 Blizzard card giveaway here just before the finals go underway. So make sure you follow, and then we will go ahead and get a giveaway randomly selected at some point. Oh my lord!
Nah, that was just my stream froze up. Yeah,
no, just look at my face though. It's like,
yeah. So the time to follow is running a little bit thin. After this game and before the finals is when we're going to do that drawing. So if you haven't yet, make sure you follow the stream, and you have to turn on notifications. Because we'll know. I'll know.
We will know. Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Meat Stacks.
Yeah, Meat Stacks.
That's just my laptop. Don't concern yourself.
Alright, so we are going to be getting underway here in just a little bit.
Guy above me, Stacks.
Where we will see that the control point is going to be unlocked, and here we are underway. We are going to see that Drew is going to be leading the way for this Recall squad. Alright, so underway. We're going to see that Zach is going to be teleporting in a very aggressive position, and he's going to be jumping in and out onto Semantics. Semantics is in a very precarious position, and he's going to end up going down there to Zach, where Ibueno is going to be trying to Guardian Angel over to Drew. Drew is going to end up going down. Zach just mowing down. This squad of Recall.
He really wasted no time, and Big has actually moved all the way past the point, which they've now capped up to 5%, and they're taking a very offensive stance here. They're able to clear away Recall. Recall is going to be left in a very awkward position right now. They need to figure out an effective strategy to get down onto this team here. So it looks like Big is going to be in good position. This is actually a relatively, I think, easy point to defend. We shall see what they do here.
Yeah, and we're going to see that Impurity. He's going to be jumping in, out on the Semantics, rather be working his way out, and Busta Cap is just going to be trying to do his best to be Emperor Palpatine right now and jump in with that lightning gun. As we will see, he is going to jump in out onto Malibukin, but Malibukin is going to be able to get out, and 2Diddy, he's going to be hooked up, but he'll be able to get out of there with the shield, where we have Man Party going to be able to get a couple kills with his grenade launcher. Still has that Riptire online, and well,
yeah, but a couple kills going down against Recall. Their healer going down really is the effective one there. And now 4 members dead right now. They only have 2 alive. They really just need to regroup. They've lost 50% now on this point. Big is making a very, very big statement right now in this game number 2 of the series. They don't want to even give Recall a chance here. But Recall, I think they have it in them. They just need to get the right push at the right time. And I think they need to have an answer for Malibukin, or else they're probably not going to make it in. Zax is his own big problem, but Malibu is bringing out so much damage. Riptire does roll out to the side, does hit the Zarya, doing quite a nice chunk of damage, but that's just going to be healed up quite quickly.
We're going to see a very aggressive position here by Busting Cap as he's going to go ahead and jump in, and we will see that there's already 2 heroes down. Goomba Troop is also going to be able to pick up a kill. Zax is going to end up taking out the Winston. Winston, unfortunately, just cannot deal with that that shotgun damage from the Reaper, and we are going to see a Pharah on for Drew now, and they're going to go ahead and try and cap this point. Now, Drew, this was his first main, was Pharah, so he really digged this hero for a little bit, and then obviously he's been playing a lot of Reaper, but he's able to take out Zax right there, and we are going to see why Drew can play a pretty phenomenal, most DPS heroes just in general, because he's just been launching these rockets, and we see Goomba Troop is also being able to take out Malibuken, which really has more or less stifled this offensive by this
Yeah, I mean,
Recall's
going to be in a really good position here because on their last push, Bustin' Kappas actually did die before he was able to use that Primal Rage after being bursted down by DXS on the Reaper. Zax, who's on the Reaper. So now he does have Primal Rage still available. They actually have 5 out of 6 ultimates available. So if a big push comes in by big, it could very well be shut down very quickly. And we do see the Primal Rage actually come out now. It's bouncing around, really knocking the enemy team back, running lots and lots of interference there, but does get trapped and eventually goes down from that. We do see Whole Hog come out as well, and a big Reptile Surge coming out for Red Side, bringing 3 members down. Nice team effectiveness right there.
Beautiful out there by Drew. He was able to get a couple kills there, and we are going to see that Goomba Troop is going to try and stop the camp, but unfortunately for him, he's going to just get dropped by Zax.
Kappas 99%. Overtime begins. Bustin' Kappas was the only one ready, and it looks like they have to move in. Ooh, a nice res on the Bustin' Kappas is going to allow them to contest this point right now. Graviton Surge pulls in 2 members of Big right now. They are going to go down, and a big ultimate from Malibuken also just clears the majority of Recall that was trying to force their way in. Overtime still ticking away, but Recall is still able to contest right now. Bueno trying to keep himself alive. Another member goes down right now. They've only got 2 left, and ooh, there goes Bueno. He is going to die. Don't think they'll have anybody ready to contest. That is going to be round number 1 of game number 2 for Big. Man, Recall.
Very aggressive. Very good.
I'm going to let that link stay out of the chat.
Yes, okay.
I don't know what that is. Official Iguano team video?
That's incredible.
We might have to pull it later.
Yeah, we'll end up. It'll be the hype video for the finals.
Yeah.
All right.
While we're doing the drawing, we'll show it. I'm sure.
So this right here, the well, is going to be the
zone.
huge contestation right here. Good Lucios can surf the middle of the pit. And also, you're going to stand around this area as the Hog to hook in people. We will see that Drew's going to be very aggressive with those rockets, trying to just secure this.
I love Pharaoh on this map.
Oh, definitely. And we're going to see if they can secure the more or less the point before it's unlocked, because that's going to be a huge point of contention for them, is whoever can get it first. Because we will see that the hooks are going to be flying, nothing quite landing, but we will see that the Winston on 2 Diddy is going to be jumping in.
Yeah, it looks like Big is going to get this initial cap right here. They really got the forward position, and they do start ticking right now. Drew, sorry, that's not right. Recall does get the initial cap. I'm sorry about that. They are able to give it lots of damage out right now. Drew being quite effective, trying to keep the enemy team off. But Red Side begins to cap now. Big trying to force a lot of pressure on right now, but I think Recall is still in a pretty good position. Don't see a whole lot of damage coming out from either side, but they're really trying to just force each other back, keeping a good amount of distance right now. Malibuken jumping up, and then Drew jumping up in response. 2 Diddy jumping around in front on the Monkey, really just trying to keep the enemy team off. And right now, points are just ticking away. 35% coming up. Ooh, and a hook, and Impurity dropping down the well.
Our boy Bustin' Kappas, he's going to be able to bust some people down that well, getting those beautiful hooks off there. There's going to be a Whole Hog there by DXX on the Iguano, not really able to get any sort of kills, but he might be able to secure that point for him.
Yeah, the point actually does go down. 2 Diddy was so close to contesting that, but was not quite able to, and that is going to be Big capturing now. They're up to 10% just about, but it looks like Recall is going to be able to probably try to get in there pretty quickly. 2 Diddy's really trying to survive right now, not doing all that much, but is keeping a little bit of a presence right now. Busted Kappas lands a hook DXS. Goodbye. That would have been a great time for the
Balrog hook, but unfortunately for him, he is just not able to get that. That's a pretty good, that's actually a phenomenal Graviton surge now that the Pharaoh was able to get a kill there, but we will see that Drew as well as Semantics are going to be working their way onto the point. Drew picking up his second kill onto that Zarya, and this is going to probably be that point yet again, Cap, for these boys.
A couple members are able to get back in there. The point is at 3-4 capped right now for Recall. That's pretty close. Another hug brings DXS down. Busted Kappas wasting no time. A good sound barrier keeping his team nice and healthy right now.
We are going to see the Tracer come out by Impurity. Now, we'll have to see exactly what she's going to be able to do, or rather what he's going to be able to do onto this Tracer. And I'm not super sold on Tracer here, especially with the double tank, and also with a hero like the Roadhog who really can 100-0 you so quickly, as well as 2Diddy.
There he goes.
Just using that lightning arc, able to take him out. And we will see that the Pharah is going to actually get contested by the Lucio. Lucio doesn't do too much damage, but man, he's getting super aggressive right here. We'll see the whole hog drop, and it's going to be knocking back people, but he's going to end up going down.
Ooh, coming out from my Bueno, gets right behind him and knocks him down.
And 2Diddy almost falling into the pit, was able to jump out. So we see here that Recall is really showing that they have been rejuvenated, and they really want to take this. They are you can see that their heart's being poured into it. We are going to see the Riptire come out. Are they going to be able to take it out? Yes, they will. Goomba Trooper is going to be able to take that. As we will see the Winston from 2Diddy. He was able to distract the last bit of the team, and they were not able to get onto that point. So we are going to be going to round 3 of this second map.
Yeah, dominant defense of the point there, coming out from Recall, really just bringing it all the way back up from, I think, 55% all the way to 100?
Yep.
Really well done there. They didn't even get to have to force overtime. So we're going to be going into round 3 here of game number 2.
This window is going to be probably the hottest point right here, because
that would be hot.
Pharaohs are going to try and contest this area so that they can float around up here, jump down if the point's being taken. So I think here we're going to see this point's going to be decided by the Drew and Malibucan matchup, I do believe.
Most definitely. Especially with the Pharaoh displacement, knocking people off the map, which is so effective if you can land that. So we do see blue side, we do see Recall taking a very, very aggressive position past the point right now. We've still got 5 seconds left. Big coming in nice and effectively right now. Does get killed. DXS going down. And it looks like this is going to be the first point probably going over for Recall right now. They're starting to cap it slowly but surely. I think that's only one member on it. That's all they need if they can push the other team back, which they are doing quite effectively. It looks like Big is stuck in a very awkward position inside the building right now. 2Diddy gets himself darn low. Oh, and he ends up going down. Malibucan now losing track of him. Tracing down. Zach's going very aggressive. With Riptire coming out already. That's a really fast Riptire. Does get 2 kills actually. Semantics and Bueno, both healers, both the Lucios going down. Very, very nice Riptire. And it looks like Drew is going to be the only member left. Doesn't decide to go down and try and force a contestation there. Really just wants to keep himself alive, especially with that Rocket Garage. Probably going to wait for his team to come back and probably make a play through that window. We shall see.
Yeah, he's just playing footsie with this Reaper, it looks like, and there's not really any sort of high contestation, except he's just going to jump out, and really no real way to jump in and secure himself anything. We will see that 2Diddy is going to be looking for blood. He's looking to jump in out onto the Sparrow, or rather, he's going to jump on the Junkhog, or rather the Junkrat, not Junkhog, but anyway, we're going to see that the Sparrow is going to end up going down, and there's going to be a boop off the map. We will see these boys on Recall, they're going to be looking to get this point, and we will see that the Primal Rage is going to be jumping out.
Oh, that Raj just bringing down the Primal Rage shielded Winston, just doing so much damage it was just hard to watch, but only getting 2 kills. That point is actually now going to change over to Recall's side.
And let's keep this in mind, Bueno also has his sound barrier up, as well as Goomba Troopa having his tactical visor online, so... And also now we got self-destruct for Kappas, and we're gonna go ahead and swap to him, see if he's gonna try and get something done here with that self-destruct, because you can usually do like a kind of a dive bomb. You just aim up and then just use your ult and no doubt. But we are going to see that the ultimate's going to come out.
Oh, but the Graviton Surge.
Oh, yeah. The only person that died there, unfortunately, on the D.Va ult was the D.Va. And so...
Yeah, Impurity just counterplaying the heck out of that with his Zarya ultimate. And that is going to be point now going over to Big. This game is just back and forth, super close right now. 2Diddy being so effective trying to run interference for his team. Gets himself down a little bit. He's going to back up and wait for his team and heal up just a bit. And it looks like Drew really trying to just put damage out right now. I think Big is going to have to wait and just group up here in just a moment. Right now, this game 66 is 56%. So close.
You're going to see Busting Cap as he's going to be moving in on the side. We are going to see that there is going to be sound barrier available for Semantics on that Lucio, but unfortunately, a couple of the heroes died just a little bit too soon for that, but we will see that 2Diddy is going to be going ape right now. He's going to be dropping that Primal Rage, and he's going to be looking to take out the opposing Winston, just running around, seeing if they can secure that point. He's going to go ahead and spray down. There's no one that we watching him.
Busting Cap is... You already know, even though that was 2Diddy, of course. Yeah, so a really good clear there coming out from Recall, using their ultimates, able to clear out a way. They did use every ultimate, though. On the other hand, only Smoke, Tech, and Man Party for the side of Big had their ultimates ready. Yes, successful just got his. Oh, a nice hook and a kill on Malabukan in there. It's actually so effective to bring down the Terra before the Echo.
And there's a BM LOL coming in from Malabukan. So,
it wasn't BM if you died.
Well, you can definitely.
Drew coming up actually with a huge rocket barrage, pushing down the backside of the team. He's able to kill both the healer and the Octane right there. Very, very effective. But it looks like Recall is just still forcing their way in right now. Still just trying to contest this. They're about to hit 99% any second now. DXS, one of the last remaining members right now, trying to bounce around, trying to keep himself alive. He does go down, and that is overtime zipping away. I think that will be Recall taking game number 2.
This is definitely an exciting series.
Man.
We are seeing Map 3 come out. And, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the teams bring to the table on this last map. It's going to be a random map, so nobody really is in a position where they're more comfortable, or maybe they will be. But this was a beautiful full hog, though.
That damage output.
That Zarya Graviton Surge into the full hog, just churning away that damage.
Full hog level is actually relatively challenging, so props to him on getting all that damage output without really losing it to the recoil.
Like a Goomba Troopa, being a huge trooper on that soldier.
Oh yeah. I mean, I am not surprised to see this to go to game 3. Both teams are fighting so well, and these games are extremely scrappy, but both teams are just really, really playing well. Really putting out a lot of damage and trying to keep themselves alive simultaneously. We see the Pharaoh battles going on between Drew and Malabukan, so I'm not surprised to see it go to game 3, and I'm excited to see this game 3 as well.
No, yeah, most definitely. It's going to be...
We're going to wrap up anyway, so if you have the other part whenever. They're taking a short break while they get ready.
For game 3?
What's that?
They're going to game 3.
Oh, they are?
No.
Who's just in the middle?
Who said that?
Chris.
No, because... Yeah.
Well, they just said random map.
So we're finding out if it's a random map with the bands or not. So we'll find out in a second. And then we were rudely interrupted by the TO. By Dad.
With some misinformation.
With some misinformation. No, it's all good. He's just trying to get us so we can get this raffle underway so we can give you guys that $20.
I'm going to win, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. The prophecy foretold it.
No, did you?
The meat stacking prophecy.
The meat stack prophecy? Well...
The meat leaned to south...
How lean
west
is
by
the
southwest.
meat? How lean is it?
Like 20. 20 lean. But when it leaned south by southwest, that meant Budo, well, Jimmybjimmy, not Budo, because they're different people, would be the one to take, the entirety of the $20. So I anticipate this.
You want to just Lee Chang Tower? I'd like to see Lee Chang again.
Nope.
Personally.
I'd like to see Hollywood is what I'd like to see. In all honesty.
Yeah, personally, Hollywood does seem pretty sweet.
Or another Nepal. Could be interesting.
Or Route 66, even though I don't necessarily like playing that map, it's kind of fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. It has a lot of interesting vantage points because the road just winds so much, and then that last capture point can just be so intense sometimes when you pull up into that big hangar, basically, or whatever it is. Why is Twitch cancer? Somebody doesn't like spam. Somebody doesn't believe in meat stack.
Alright, so just gonna be waiting for a second. Why is... Man, everybody's getting a little salty. You guys are...
Jim's. I don't trust him.
Is that you?
No.
Are you...
I'm Jimmybjimmy.
I'm digging this OS Komodo spam, honestly. That's probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite.
Thanks for... Yeah, you know what, Sex LL, thanks for keeping it PG. My kids really appreciate being able to watch Uncle Me Stack. Yeah, no, honestly, man, no problem. You know, that's what we do. We're doing it for them kids. You know, play them games for them kids.
Yeah, we do it for them kids.
Is it Route 66 then?
It is. Yeah, it's Route 66. All right, so we're going to be seeing this map. First time today, we're going to be seeing Route 66, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a beautiful last map. Decider map. Winner goes to the finals. Loser, unfortunately, takes third place. And
third place pays.
You do get money on third place. I don't know how much.
You would think that they would have a better way to communicate than on stream.
True.
Tisk tisk. That's all right though.
They probably messaged me on Facebook and I didn't. They messaged me on Facebook, but I don't check my phone.
All right, so we are going to see Big on defense right here. Malibukanin, big surprise, is going to decide to stick with his Pharah. But otherwise, we don't really see too many interesting picks. As opposed to on the side of Recall, Tudity hovering on Pharah right now, but Bustin' Cap is looking like he's going to lock in that McCree, which could be quite interesting. It looks like quite the little change-up right now. They're not going with double healing. They're just going with a Mercy. And Semantics on that Zarya could be quite interesting as well.
And we're going to be seeing Impurity here onto the Widow. Widow should get a little bit of a nerf with her mobility, as well as the damage. So we'll see if she can get the initial pick off here. And the initial pick off, I feel, in Route 66 is very imperative.
Does it show their custom reticle for us? Is that what that is?
No, this is just default.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, I definitely just. This is mine. It's
your
my settings. So yeah, so we will see that he's gonna go ahead and try to get that pick, but unfortunately for him, it's not looking too hot now with the shield. Oh goodness!
Yeah, lots of people stand behind the Reinhardt shield. They are moving as a unit right now. And it looks like Recall does have a pretty solid strategy. Zach's wasting no time and jumping straight forward. Does take a bit of damage. Just going to have to retreat, though. Impurity really trying to land some shots. Isn't really going to hit much, though. Drops down. This is another.
I don't want to switch off. Okay, now I can switch off because then it would have just given us that zoom glitch again. So we are going to see that Tudity is going to be jumping out onto this Black Widow. Or Widowmaker.
Yeah, Smoke doing a nice job of hovering around, keeping the heals straightforward for his team. DXS missing a hook there, but it looks like Big has a pretty good defensive position right now. They're not giving up much right now. Recall having a bit of a struggle trying to get out of that initial spawn zone, trying to get that first payload moving. Tudity keeping himself alive quite nicely. Does use that rocket jump, is able to output a good amount of damage. Malibukanin trying to combat him. Two Pharahs trying to shoot each other in midair is usually not the most exciting thing. Resurrect does become available for Abueno. We'll see if they're able to use that. Knock does put him off the map. Nicely done by Tudity there. And
that is a beautiful little knockback there by Tudity. And Impurity is still looking to get something done as this Widow.
Yeah, the backline for Big is quite effective. Definitely staying alive, but how effective they are is a little bit debatable. Tudity having no fear, jumping straight into the back, really trying to run interference, and that is actually going to allow Recall to get on that payload and get it moving. Still have a few members alive for Big, but they don't have their full team with them, so it makes it quite dangerous to continue and try to defend here. See what happens. Mercy taking a good chunk of damage. Drew putting out lots of damage with Soldier here. But the big Roadhog, whole hog is coming out. Brings down the shield, and Zax with actually very, very effective Death Blossom. Kills 3 people. Forces one to jump to his death. Does get taken out by Glimmer Troopa. with that big hammer right there. Or maybe it was the fire strike, I didn't see. And it looks like Big is going to be able to take another defensive hold right here on this corner.
Heroes never die.
Quick res comes out, bringing up Zax.
Yeah, I think it was just one hero.
Yeah,
one hero res. But
when you're on defense this far forward, it's not a bad idea.
Definitely. We are going to see that both Drew as well as Kappa's ended up going down there to Farah, like double rocket or something. I'm not entirely certain what they went down from, but we will see that the Junkrat is going to be forced back into the tunnel. He's going to be catching out Drew, it looks like, where Drew is going to be able to take out the steel trap. Is he going to be able to find? No, it does not look like. Where, in the meanwhile, Goomba Troopa is going to be able to take out 2 heroes in the form of both that Reaper as well as Tracer. So they are going to be pushing their way around this gas station. And once they're able to do that, we will see that they are going to have a steady time of being able to push through. I do believe that this next area, because this area is very hard to push, especially that first bend, but past that point, it's almost smooth sailing until you get to that next point.
I mean, I've seen some pretty clutch defenses here, but yeah, it's definitely not the easy.
Ooh,
Malabuken with actually a pretty wide miss there coming out with that rocket barrage. Kind of very, very unlike him to do such. And it looks like 2D's trying to get his own little flank right now onto the defense. In a duel with Malabuken, does land one direct impact and a nice shot off the wall there, but then they start between each other. Does have to drop first, takes a bit of damage, and has to back away. And it looks like Recall is actually trying to force right through the tunnel right now. They've got that Reinhardt shield up. It's got to be pretty effective, but they can't really get too much farther right now. A nice wheel comes around, but does get taken down, and that is just going to be Big sitting face to face right now. Recall not able to get too much forward right now. DXS in a very forward position. Does need a little bit of assistance though. He's able to heal himself up and uses the whole hog to try and push him back. Door's starting to close though, getting a bit awkward right now. DXS considering going through, decides not to. So a closed door actually means a good stop right now for the side of Big. So we'll see what they're able to do with it.
Oh man, Impurity 6 HP still able to take out the Farah after getting 3 kills before that. Doing very well for himself, and this is a very awkward position that we do see the boys in Recall in. And they are just, oh man, this is just not a good place for them since they have to go through that choke point. We're going to see that Semantics is going to be just in a very disadvantageous position, and Drew's going to be able to take out the Junkrat in the meantime, but Malabuken
is able to capitalize on this position so well right now, because if they try to force their way through the doors around the gate, they're just probably going to get closed beaten up pretty badly. They do actually get a couple members on. Riptire coming around the corner does blow up Malabuken. 2Diddy as he tries to jump away, can't get high enough, fast enough. And Reinhardt going down for Recall means they're going to get stalled once again, in my opinion.
Yeah, Impurity has been playing a pretty clutch Tracer right here.
Oh, yeah.
Able to really just disrupt that backline. As you do see that Semantics is just having a rough time getting it with 2Diddy.
Jukes right into 2Diddy. He takes a rocket to the back of the face.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Zach is just going to be able to take out 2Diddy. And he does also have that Blossom online, so he might just be able to turn around and do what he can. There is.
Oh, man.
I don't dig that Death Blossom. I know that was kind of for his
very
tool,
defensive,
but that's just such a waste. There's going to be the call down coming there by Malabuken, but Malabuken is going to get stunned up. Unfortunately, not able to take him out, so he will be able to continue to build up that much needed percentage for your ultimate ability. And we're going to see Drew, he's going to try and take a fight there with that Reaper, but unfortunately not able to take him out.
Yeah, relatively clutch defense coming out from Big, but it's just not quite enough as Recall ended up not really taking very much damage. They were forced to use their ult a little bit defensively, and now it is going to be Recall moving the payload once again. They're honestly running relatively low on time, but as long as they can stick on this payload, they'll be able to force through and get more time on the next checkpoint here. We do see Big pretty much wiped away right now. They've got their Tracer Impurity still in position, going for a nice little flank here, but there's nobody to really assist, so unless they're going to try to all in here. Ooh, a nice hook on the 2Diddy. He actually stops his rocket barrage there. Does not actually get the kill off. DXS does not get the kill off, but he is able to keep himself back to safe. Fraser bombs the shield, Recall's back into the enemy team, trying to get tons of damage out right now, not really able to do a whole lot. And it looks like actually Big is really just almost desperately trying to force their way out on this defensive stop here. And honestly, if they lose another couple members, they're just going to lose a whole lot of time after this checkpoint.
And this is shaping up to be a fairly decent defensive position with the 4 heroes. Where Zach's taking out 3 heroes right there, as well as Malabuken and DXX.
And they do hold 3 meters away from the checkpoint. And if Recall's not able to return, which I think they might not be able to, Okay, it's going to be up to Bloomer Trooper. He's going to have to push this into overtime. He's got one arrow down. That's all he needs. Ooh, but he goes down. Malibu can waste no time. And Rocket Barrage to the face. Wise choice, but nice resurrection on Bloomer Trooper. Oh, that resurrection was big. It's going to keep him alive. And now all of Recall has shown up. They've got a nice little barrier going. The XS trying to heal himself, trying to take him as much as possible. Ooh, and a good Graviton Surge brings in the healer and Man Party as well. Man Party, I believe, gets res right before Smoke Tech goes down. There's got to be a couple members left. Who did he waste no time either? He gets a nice Rocket Barrage off, but gets brought down. Zax, keeping himself alive and healthy, is going to just continue to kill off members of Recall, and that's going to be round number 1 going to Big of this Game 3.
Whew. Woo, baby. That was big.
Yeah.
Impurity was big. On the trace here.
So effective.
You'll see this triple kill that she gets coming up right here. Just taking out both the Mercy and the Cold right away. And also the tree. Unfortunately,
man. Dang, Loomba.
It's just so disgusting. You hate to see it.
39% of your team's damage healed back up. Smoke Tech, what are you doing, man? That's not fair.
Well, if you see it, like how much damage did they really do? It's not even that much.
Yeah, true.
40%, like they did maybe what, 18k damage total?
Yeah. But I mean, on these payload maps, when it's sort of sparsely separated, you know, when your team fights are big team fight, big, and then space, and big team fight, it's easy for a single hero like Mercy to just regenerate everybody that took damage. So when you have team fights like that are just sort of separated out, that's why the one healer strategy I think is a lot more popular on payload maps. Because, you know, you have a lot of passive downtime where you don't need to constantly be having any heals you can possibly get.
True.
But Mercy able to just cap her team up, keeping herself alive for the most part, and a couple really clutch resurrections coming in. Honestly, from both Mercies as well. But Bueno not able to, you know, do as much as Smoke Tech, but not necessarily his fault. You know, sometimes your team just dies. Nothing you can do about it. That was quite the close game right now. 3 meters away from that checkpoint. Big was able to fight back and get the defense off, so pretty well done. We are going into round number 2 here. Oh,
that's Blizzard, please.
Literally unplayable.
Yeah, literally unplayable.
So, Game 3, everything's on the line right now for both teams, but one round going over for Big means that if Recall isn't able to push this advantage, isn't able to get that second checkpoint, then they are going to be, if Big is able to get that second checkpoint, then that means Recall would be out of the entire tournament, and Big would be going on to play in the grand finals.
Yeah, and we're really going to see the best from both teams right here. Both are facing elimination. Obviously, it pressures a little bit more on to the Recall boys.
I got to root for Recall here just because I really want this to be round 3, game 3. I mean, I kind of want that same thing for the grand finals, but I think that would just be so exciting here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I know that there is a bit of a sudden death going on.
But actually, I guess I don't know how they could tie because all they have to do is like beat the time.
What they would do is they would.
I guess
like a sudden death king of the hill. But we are going to see that there is going to be a hook coming in on the Busting Kappas. Busting Kappas is going to go ahead and hook in return. Drew is actually going to be chased down by that Tracer. Tracer, unfortunately, getting caught out there by the Symmetric Turret, forced to be jumping out. We will see that Zach is going to be able to get a kill up onto the Mercy. Mercy in the meanwhile, or is going to be avenged rather by the Symmetra. Reaper end up going down there. And we are going to see a pretty staunch defense at the very beginning coming out by the boys in blue. But or actually, that's what it appeared to be at the beginning, but now we do see that there is going to be a little bit of a breakdown there where the boys in Big are really able to just do some massive work here. We will see that Busting Cap as well as Diddy are going to end up going down to the Tank Shredder Zach on that Reaper. So
yeah, Big actually grouping up relatively nicely here. Able to push the payload around the corner, but it looks like Recall's ready to defend on the other side of this corner right now. They've actually got a portal up that's going to be so effective if they can keep that up. Looks like Buchanan is going to just swiftly take care of that, though. One Roadhog taking down the other, DXS keeping himself alive. And honestly, Recall getting pushed very, very quickly here. They're going to be forced back onto this first checkpoint relatively soon if they don't start doing something. Bloomer Trooper on that Soldier is trying to get himself in a better position, but he just cannot land the kills he needs to on Impurity. Ends up going down. Man Party's wheel comes in around and passes by the other members. Let's see who goes for. Chase it. finds nobody, blows himself up. Sad day.
Well, unfortunately for him, he didn't notice that there was a Mercy as well as Lucio right there. And getting 2 kills right there, that would have just made it for a completely uncontested point. But we will see the 2DD is going to go out and pop that Primal Rage as well as the Full Hog coming out there by Bustin' Cap is just doing mad work. Is going to be DXX just destroying them with his Full Hog of his own, as well as Malibu can taking out a pair of heroes with that call down. Drew is looking for blood. He really wants to get something done with that Death Blossom, as we're going to see that he's going to end up jumping down here. Let's go to his POV with this Death Blossom. It's going to be able to take out 2 heroes, maybe 3, not quite 3, and he's just going to jump away because it's going to be very difficult for him to take a fight with both that Junkrat as well as the Roadhog being there, and also the Reaper who's behind him. So we are going to see that they're going to end up stopping these players right here at the end of that first point.
Yeah, Bueno had a really good resurrect there that really kept a couple members of his team alive. He died right after that, but his surviving teammates were able to recapture that point and stop the payload right there. Checkpoint technically isn't captured yet, but we'll see if Big is going to be able to get back in here. 2DD running a lot of interference right now, doing lots of damage onto Malabukin, and he's forced to fly up and away and try to get him heal himself. Looks like Big is ready to push this in right now. They get a nice sound barrier out. Actually, no, sorry, that was on the side of Recall. DXS trying to get himself nice and healed up, doing lots. Zax going all in, gets that Reaper ultimate off, gets tons of damage out. 2 kills only, though. And a Gravity Bomb comes out at the same time. That is going to be an overtaking Big squad, taking the payload, capping that first checkpoint now, moving into the second. We'll see. All they have to do is cap that second checkpoint.
And right here you do see a little bit of a breakdown on that defense by this squad, and I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily like what Recall's doing right now. They're looking a little off.
They're looking a little frantic. Yeah, 2 members actually going down. Man Party getting a nice little heal off. But a 3-man resurrection is going to give them one good chance here to go. And the hook comes on to Buster Kappas, but he's just going to shoot once, get shot once, taken down by DXS. Zax also doing good work there, taking down Bueno, the healer. So effective right now. And a couple members are down for Recall, but they're still going to be pretty close in proximity right now. No members going down for Big is just so huge right now. They're keeping themselves alive, keeping themselves healthy. It's so key to trying to win this fight right now. Zax all the way in the back, just outputting damage. Drew trying to deal with Malabukin in the air, having a nice little aerial combat. Gets a damage boost, trying to boost himself back up. Ooh, Malabukin seeks him out, takes him down. Very well done. And it looks like Bustin' Kappas is now under a lot of pressure. Is going to get knocked around, killed by DXS's Full Hog. Bueno also going down. DXS wasting no time. And it looks like Semantics is the only one dancing around. Going down still. 2DD now is the only one dancing around. Bloomer Troop is up above. And they're just really, really desperately trying to hold this point because they know that second cap is just key. That Big needs to secure their final spot. It's contested. And that's it.
Yeah, they definitely end up getting that right there. I know that the game, I think they have to actually get the cap. Or no, there is a GG being called there by 2DD.
They're still fighting pretty fiercely, though, regardless.
But, I mean, well played overall by the boys on Big. Big really just putting a good showing. And this was a very, very good game. This is a very good game 2, game 3. Overall, I really did like it. This one, 2-3 games. Both these teams played their heart out. And unfortunately for the Recall squad, they're going to be going home, where the boys on Big are going to be going into the finals looking for revenge versus their apparent rivals.
Yeah,
on this tournament. The man, or the team, the myth, the strong men like iguanas.
They played.
The tiebreaker.
That's not true.
Regardless of segment.
Well, the whole enemy team left, so I don't think we'll have to worry about that.
We don't need to worry about it. That's what the rules are for this tournament. So we do see that there is going to be the cap finally. So the boys are finals bound. All I gotta say is, Zax.
He plays the main Reaper.
He really does.
You gotta give it up to him.
He really had some disgusting plays. Oh, this one was really, really good. That's awesome. We saw this one.
We saw it. Another kill out from the back. Very well done.
Yep, and overall, just some mad work done. 23 limbs.
6% kill participation for Impurity, doing just so much poke, so much work, so much distraction on that Tracer. He played Tracer the whole game, I think, or at least the whole game 3. So effective.
Alright, guys, so we are going to be getting into the next lobby here. Probably in a little bit. They're probably going to want to take a bit of a break because...
Yeah, get their strategy together going into this grand finals. Now, I think because we have a losers bracket, what I'm assuming is they're going to play a best of 3, and if the losers bracket team wins that, then they play another best of 3.
I'm not entirely certain. We'd have to go ahead and find
maybe like
out.
a best of 5 with a 1-game advantage.
I don't know.
We will know soon enough, and we will let you know soon enough.
Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and find out, and once we come back, we'll go ahead and do that giveaway.
Yep.
As well as
It's coming up.
Tell you guys what the verdict is on that. So give us a little bit, and we will be right back.